Hello everyone, I'm Clem and welcome back to my channel. So, March is over, which means it is finally time for me to do my March wrap-up. So I'm going to show you the different books I've read in March. I've read 5 books, which is a good average month. I'm really happy with the books I've read. I've read some amazing books, so I'm really excited to talk about it with you. So let's start right now. The first book I'm going to mention is The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace. So this is the second collection of poems by Amanda Lovelace in the Women Are Some Kind of Magic collection. This one was really different from the first one because in the first one she talks about very personal subjects like a relationship with a mom and also a toxic relationship she had with one of the partners. But in this one it's completely different because she talks about the world and subjects that are more like general and that a lot of women can understand, because she's talking about feminism and actually the fact that men are I was going to say bad, no, like the fact that men are persecuting women throughout the years and the history, and she's using the theme of witches to tell this story, like the fact that witches were burned when actually we were strong, and men actually did that because they were afraid of us, but we today all the women are witches and so they should still be afraid of us, and that the fact that they try to destroy us actually don't destroy us but makes us more powerful and stronger. So it was really amazing because I'm a feminist and it hit home for me. Like, I was so mad when I read this book. I wanted to burn the world down. I was so mad. So I really liked this theme. Like, it was less personal, but she still talk about personal subjects like eating disorder. There is a huge trigger warning at the beginning I'm going to tell you. So it's talking about child abuse, intimate partner abuse, sexual assault, eating disorder, trauma, death, murder, violence, fire, menstruation, transphobia and more. But these are the main ones. So if you are sensitive to the subject, don't read it. But I'm a kind of sensitive to eating disorder, and I read it and I thought it was really interesting. It's always interesting, I feel like, to see what people thought when they had their eating disorder and how they overcome it, like how they healed. So I really liked it. I'm excited to see where the last one, The Mermaids Find a Voice in This One, is going to be. I don't know what are the themes, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing as always. So I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I read my first classic of the year, and it was Ein of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Yes. And I read this because at the end of last year I was obsessed with Anne with an E on Netflix, and so I needed to read the books, like the original books, and so I bought them, and they're beautiful first, and I really enjoy reading them, though it's very different from the TV series, because in this one, like basically on Netflix you have 3 seasons, and basically the 3 seasons are just in the first book. And a lot of things are super different, like some character dies in this one, then they don't die in other TV series. There are events that aren't mentioned in the book, so maybe it's going to happen after, or maybe they invented it, I don't know. But still, I really loved it. I mainly read this for the slow burn between Anne and Gilbert. I'm super obsessed with the two of them. They're just so cute, and reading about them is even better because like it's such a slow burn romance. They hate each other, then they become friends, then they realize they love each other. It's amazing, and I love reading this actually in a classic. So yeah, it was really amazing, and I can't wait to read the second one. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars. My audiobook for the month of March was The Quantum Weirdness of the Almost Kiss by Amy Noel Parks. This book came out in January or February, so I had to read it because it came out and it was on script, so I read it. And it tells the story of the two best friends, Caleb and Avi, and they've been best friends for years, like since their childhood. And they are together in this private school that puts math, physics, computering engineer at the center. It's basically for future computer engineer, mathematician, physician, engineers. And so they both are in this private school because Avi is a math genius and she also has anxiety, and she asked Caleb to come with her to this private school. But Caleb is really good with computers and stuff, so he has his place, okay? And so they meet. But the thing is that Caleb's been in love with Avi for years, and he almost kissed Avi a dozen of times, I think, or maybe it's 15 actually. And he never told Avi his feelings because he's afraid that Avi is going to react badly. And he's sure that when Avi will be ready to date, she will pick Caleb. But the thing is that there is this guy, I think his name is Peter, and he arrives, and of course Avi starts to date him, and Caleb is really jealous, and things are going to go from then. I really liked it because it was a super cute, super fast read. It was amazing. And also what I liked about this book is that for once math and physics were at the center of the story. I really liked it because it's nice to have a girl and a guy who talk about math and don't talk about books or don't talk about literature or theater. I love all those books where theater and literature are at the center of it, but math, I'm not a huge fan of math, but it was still refreshing to hear people talk about something else than theater or literature. So it was really nice, though at some point I thought I knew where the story was going and I was wrong. And it kind of disappointed me, not because I was wrong, but because what I imagined was better. Because at some point Caleb does something to Avi and I wanted more drama. I wanted Avi to be so mad at Caleb, but she forgave him just like that. And I don't say that it's not realistic, but I wanted drama. I wanted like cries, screams, betrayal, all of this, but I got nothing. But still, it was still cute and I still really enjoyed it because I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. The next book is one of my 2 favorites of the month because it is the Camelot Betrayal by Kirsten White, and this is the second book in the Camelot Rising trilogy. So if you've been here for a while, you might know that I have an obsession for this trilogy, like the last one is coming this fall. I'm super excited. So this trilogy is a retelling of the Arthurian legend of Arthur, Guinevere, Mordred, Morgan le Fay, all those people. But in this one, Guinevere is not Guinevere because she's a changeling, okay? Guinevere died and a changeling took her place in order to protect Merlin because it's a mission. She was sent by Merlin to save and protect Arthur. This is the only thing I can tell you because if I tell you more, it's going to be spoilers and I want you to read this book. Honestly, this book is really, really great. I'm not going to say a love triangle because it's not a love triangle, but Guinevere, like, she loves 2 men and she doesn't know which one to choose, and I don't know which one I want her to choose, but there's betrayal, there's magic. Guinevere is an amazing character. She's full of depth. Like, in this one, you learn more about her and she learns actually about herself, and it's really interesting because I feel like the last book is going to be about who is actually Guinevere. Because in this one, like, when I closed the book, I had a lot of questions and I hope I'm going to have all my answers in the last one because, man, this one was amazing. I loved it. It was a bit slow at the beginning, but then everything was perfect. A relationship with Arthur, amazing. And as I told you, she has a lot of doubts and it's really great to see her trying to understand what's happening to her, trying to understand who she is. Like, at some point you don't know if she's actually like what she thinks she is, or if she's being lied to. Is she actually a changeling, or as Merlin lied to her years ago because she lost her memories? So you see, there is this part of mystery where you don't know actually who is Guinevere, and this is amazing. Amazing. I can't wait for the last one. I hope it's going, I don't even hope, I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but I just need to read it now. Of course, this month I also read Chen of Iron by Cassandra Clare. So this is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy, and this trilogy happens after the Infernal Devices. So you're following the children of the characters from the Infernal Devices. So the children of Tessa, Will, Charlotte, Henry, Gideon, Sophie, Gabriel, Cecily. And it's really amazing. Okay, so you're following, like, the main character is Cordelia, and Cordelia Casters, okay, and she is friend with James Arundel, so the son of Tessa and Will. She's also the future parabatai of Lucy, the daughter of Tessa, and James has this group of friends called the Merry Thieves, and they're basically the son of every character I just told you before. And there is a mystery because in this one there is someone killing shadow hunters, and on each body runes are missing, which is weird because you're not supposed to lose your rune when you die, and you're not supposed to be able to take the rune. And basically you're following them, trying to investigate and trying to understand who is killing people. Also, James has those dreams where every time there is a murder, he can see it, like he witnesses it in a dream. That's basically all I can tell you. There is a huge thing I can't tell you, because if you haven't read the first one, I can't tell you because it's a spoiler for the end of the first one. But what are my general thoughts on this book? I loved it because for once I thought it was not slow. Like Cassandra Clare has this tendency with the second book that they're always super slow because she's explaining a lot of things. And when you've been reading Shadowhunter's book for like the past maybe 10 years, you know what is a rune, you know what is a stele, you know what is a seraph blade, and sometimes she's telling all of this and say, I know what you're talking about, can we move on to the plot and to the characters? But this one was not like it. Also, I love the characters in this one, especially Cordelia, and the situation where she is at the beginning of the book is awful, but at the end it's even worse. Oh, okay, let's talk about the ending. I mean, I'm not going to spoil you, but that ending made me mad. I saw it coming and I told myself, no, she's not going to do it. But who am I? Of course she did it. It's Cassandra Clare. She wants us to hurt, to be in pain, and to be super excited to read the last one, because we need information, we need answers, and we need our dearest character to be happy. But right now, no one is happy. It's a mess. They're all made stupid choices. And you're like, and you have to read and be patient. Because you have to be patient with Cassandra Clare and the characters she creates. But still, I gave this book, of course, 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing, as always. Never been disappointed with Cassandra Clare, and I'm not sure I will ever be. So everyone, that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like this video and also to subscribe if you want. Also, I would love to know what you read in March, or if you read any of the books I mentioned. Like that, we could talk, we could start a discussion. And anyway, don't forget also, I need to say that I now have a TikTok where I talk about books. The link, or at least my username, is in the description box if you want to follow me. It will be lovely. So now I'm going to stop talking and I will see you next time. Bye everyone!